What's up, degenerate gamblers? This is Raphael Esparza. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday. But you know what it is? It is the premiere of betting outside the box. Again, I am Raphael Esparza. This is live on the DocSports YouTube channel. You can catch us out live here on the YouTube channel and on X as well. I think Facebook as well. So you can catch this live or watch it when you have chance to watch it. But next to me is my main man, Detroit Lenny. What's up, Detroit Lenny?
What's happening? I'm just telling you from an anxiety level. I am so happy that we are here, and at this point, we've been talking about this show, and it's been in the works for quite some time now, and we're actually live and putting it to the metal, rubber to the road, so to speak. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for putting this together, Ralph, because you're the one that does this. He's the mad genius behind all the scenes here. So
yeah, this is going to be an interesting show. It's not like shows we've seen in past here at DocSports. I'm not saying that they're all bad and all good. They're fantastic. Make sure you go over there and watch all the stuff over at DocSports YouTube channel. But we're going to break down a lot of different topics, have fun topics, serious topics. Right now, we're struggling at baseball and soccer, stuff like that. So we're only going to have a couple topics every show because This is the dog days of sports gambling. So it should be fun. I can't wait to see some of the stuff that comes up that we can talk about that no one does talk about in the sports gambling world. Everything's always so serious. Everything's always so, why is this? Why is that? Win, 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 lose, lose, lose. I'm the best handicapper in the world. No one has fun when we're talking about this. So we're going to try to take that opposite and go to a different angle. That's why our topic one, we're going to have probably 2 to 3 topics every show, but our topic one in the premiere show is all about who we are. That's right. Who are we?
Who are you?
Yeah, to sit here and tell you guys what to do with your money or who to bet on or who not to bet on or who to like, who not to like. But I've been in this industry for a very long time, almost 30 years in this industry. Worked in Vegas, so some of the biggest sports books, odds making Vegas, global odds makers still around this beautiful world of ours to make some weird prop bets, as people probably know who I am. So I'm going to bring the show on an odds making point of view. I'm going to tell Detroit Lenny not to parlay. I'm going to tell Detroit Lenny, no, the Tigers are not going to win, or to lay off on the Pistons, or you know what, the Lions aren't going to win today because they're in a bye week. So I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be the odds maker point of view. But Lenny, what are you going to be in this show?
Oh, I'm 100% the degenerate, folks. I am half of our audience right now. You guys that are late up on a Sunday night, betting Sunday night live football because you're chasing from the Sunday afternoon. I'm here to help you not do that, but I will tell you that I've done that. I'm the guy. Raphael's the guy that designed the sports book. He makes it. He's the guy behind the counter. I'm the guy on the other side of the counter. So that's the benefit of this show, is you'll get both sides of it. And I will draw my foot in the sand, or my line in the sand, so to speak, about my Lions. They will come off the bye week with a win. And so, yeah, there's that. I will always talk good things about my Lions. You won't hear me say a good thing about the Pistons, though.
Yeah, so he's going to be the gambler one, and I'll be like, again, why the sportsbooks are doing what they are doing. I mean, sometimes they're doing stuff to to tell Lenny to do these bets. They want those bets. Sometimes what book you are betting at does not want that action, the way they're setting their numbers, the way they're setting up their futures. So I'll be the one that, I'm going to say inside information. I'm going to tell you guys what the books are telling me. I have no boss, but my boss is my wife. That's pretty much it. So I can tell you what the sports books are telling me, which I find out a lot because I know a lot of people in the industry. So I'm going to tell you guys what not to do, what to look for, what not to look for, what the odds going to be, maybe in a 24-hour span, or football, Monday Night Football, what's the numbers going to be. So I'm going to bring you that one. And again, Lenny's just going to tell you, fire away.
Listen, Tigers, first 5, money line, all the way, run line. Over, under, tease it, up, down, and every which way. So, yes.
So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm excited for this show. Me and you both have been going back and forth on this. So I'm excited just to bring a different angle into our industry. Like I said, we can have a full half-hour show what happened last week with the big beautiful bill and the taxes and stuff like that. What's Illinois and New Jersey doing with raising their tax height and stuff like that? We'll get to those. We will get to those type of subjects. We will also have, some free plays. That's why you're important. People who are watching, please put your stuff in the chat. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to know what you think about our industry, or what you think about in the game, or what you think this number is going to be tomorrow or Monday Night Football or whatever. The chat. This show is for the chat. This show is for the viewers. So we want you to be in here and stuff like that. So hopefully down the road we'll use the chat a little bit more. Hopefully down the road we'll have new stuff that we're going to try to roll out before football season.
And I was going to say the chat is very important to us. I mean, I come from the world of, we pump out a lot of free pick videos for everybody on the channel, and that's great. But this is going to be different. We're going to talk about why this, that, and whatever, what happened this week. You never know. You guys get right in the chat. You might have emergency shows that will come down the road. We have a lot of stuff online for this show. Some guests down the road. We're going to filter in. So it's not just going to be, here's betting the Tigers first 5, here's the Tigers run line over, because take everybody in the lineup over 1.5 bases, all that good stuff.
Yeah, like I said, this show is going to be much different than what people on the DocSports YouTube channel is normally going to see, and I'm excited for that. But so, today's Friday, our first show. You guys are watching the premiere show of this one. We will be doing shows Mondays and Fridays. So Monday show, another probably Dog Day Monday, because there's only the home run derby contest. But we have some exciting stuff for Monday's show already, so I can't wait to watch that. So it should be interesting. But producer, let's see what topics we're going to talk about right now. Give me topic 2, producer. Look at producer. Look at her. Look at her. Just on fire with the graphics today. So thank you for that. So it's Major League Baseball biggest surprise teams and most disappointing teams. I'll go first with my surprise team. And no, it's not the Cubs. I should. Because this gives me a couple minutes to talk about the boys in blue. But my surprise team is coming out of the American League. And who would have thought the Toronto Blue Jays, a baseball team in Canada, easily took care of the Yankees a couple of weeks ago? They're my biggest surprise team. Red Sox playing some good ball. Baltimore Orioles, where are they going at? But this Toronto team, who's going to be probably really heavy on bringing another bat and some pitching during the trade deadline. You know what they were? They were 60-1 to win the World Series, their opening odds. Right now, they're 7-1 to win the division. And they're plus, or no, they opened up at 7-1. Now they're plus 170 to win the division. I still can't believe they're not the favorite to win the division, because the way the Yankees have been playing, I'm not sold on the Yankees at all. Yes, they have offense, but every year after year, they have problems with pitching. I don't understand why they just can't get it correctly on their pitching. Roger Clemens ain't walking through that door right now. I wish the Blue Jays were going to get Roger Clemens, because that would make my surprise team even better. But I'm going to take the Toronto Blue Jays as my biggest surprise team so far this year. What about you?
I'll tell you, it was hard for me when we talked about this, and you threw me a curveball right out the gate. I feel like this is a cop out, but I'm going to go with the American League West. Just the whole division as a whole, I feel like is a surprise to me. I felt like Houston would be at the top of that division, but I felt like there would be more competition with Houston at the top of that division, and they're kind of running away with it. But I don't want to say that Houston's a surprise, because I knew they would be atop that division or right there, but I expected more from the Rangers. I thought they were going to be more of a competition for Houston, more Seattle. I thought we would get more healthy competition in that division. And so far, I just haven't seen anything out of that whole division other than the Astros.
Yeah, I'll bounce back on it. When the Angels have been my kind of a surprise team. I mean, Trout has been, he'd say healthy. He's missed some games, but when he's in there, he's still hitting the ball. So I'm going to say the Angels, if they can continue, let's say, have a nice weekend, They may be now sellers. If they have a bad weekend, they could be sellers. Texas Rangers, they could be also sellers if they have a bad weekend. His name has been mentioned out there if they got one of him. So that's a great division. A great point what you mentioned on the Houston Astros, because I didn't think they were going to be the team that they are, especially if their injuries they had all season long, and they lost some big bats. Bergman's not there; he's in Boston. So with the big bats, Kyle Tucker's no longer there. So I'm a little bit shocked on the way that the Houston Astros continue to just cheat and win, I guess. I mean, that's
probably more of a disappointment for me as that division than a surprise, but I guess it depends on how you look at it, half full, half empty kind of glass, I mean, it is what it is. I think that division, whole division, other than the Astros, is very disappointing, but I'm surprised by the disappointment. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Producer, can you put Jeff's question on the screen before we go to our disappointing teams? He fired a question. It says, I've always wanted to know, how does every sportsbook come to nearly the same exact line and odds? So is there a king line maker? Otherwise, everyone's.
I know this answer.
I want to hear your answer.
The answer is yes. And it's that guy. And then everybody else follows he's got it at minus 15. So they all move into that. The answer is yes. Raphael is king. Great question, Jeff. You win. I don't know what you win, but you'll get something. Maybe I'll get you a T-shirt or something. Message me on Twitter, Detroit_Lenny. First comment on the show, I'll get you something. I don't know, Jeff. Thanks for the question.
But Jeff, back in the day, there was a service called LBDC that would send out their type of opening odds to kind of give you what you think that number should be and stuff like that. And every casino would open up their odds kind of bases like that. Now there's a couple, it's like there's maybe a small handful of sports books that will produce their lines themselves. I'll give Circa their bow right now. They're probably one in Vegas. The Westgate is one of the ones. Offshore, you probably have two or three of ones. Bet Online, Pinnacle, and stuff like that. So they're usually what are going to happen when they've opened up the odds. But most likely, what the books that I consult right now, we know who our customers are. So if we know, I'm going to get a football term. If we know we're a Packers betting team, we're probably going to push the Packers maybe a half a point higher than everyone else, because we already know we're going to get Packers money no matter what. So there is a base of a number that comes out, and then you know in sportsbook what your clientele bets on, so then you can figure out. But that's a fantastic question, Jeff. Thanks for that's for
Hey,
for
Jeff,
putting
to put that question in.
Yeah,
Did you slip up $20 under the table or something? Good job.
Thanks,
Good job. Keep coming back. Monday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern.
Let's do our biggest disappointing teams now. Jeff's not my biggest disappointment right now. That was a great question, but my biggest disappointment team, it's got to be the Tomahawk. It's got to be the Hotlanta, which has Beyonce there this weekend. Give me the Atlanta Braves. What happened to them? There's rumors that Acuna is on the trading block, and what do I always say? If there's smoke, there's fire, and I don't think they're going to get rid of him. But wow, what a disappointing team the Atlanta Braves were. They were 8-1 to win the World Series. People had them battling with the Phillies and maybe the Mets to win that division. And now they're 200 to 1 to win the World Series. So yeah, boy, has the almighty fallen. I mean, they've had some injuries. Pitching has been not as subpar, but wow, just when I just see the trade rumors that you see Acuna's name on there, you figure that's got to be someone's made that phone call and say, hey, what would it take for him to get out of there? Because they probably shave some payroll, but that shocks me. So that's my biggest disappointment, the Atlanta Braves. What about you?
Your Braves, or not your Braves, I shouldn't say that. The Braves, though, I'm with you on that one. Baltimore Orioles for me. Opened here to win the World Series at 11-1. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
And now 250-1. I mean, just falling off the map here are the Baltimore Orioles in this division. I mean, you mentioned the Blue Jays earlier. They kind of, playing above their expectations. A little surprised by how well they're playing. The Yankees are going to do Yankee things. I think they'll kind of, make a splash at the trade deadline, overspend for somebody they shouldn't. But the Red Sox are mid. Tampa Bay Rays are mid. I thought the Orioles would compete for that division, and they have just fallen off. Injuries are injuries. Every team has them. Everybody's got to deal with them. But the Baltimore Orioles, 8 games under 500, 11 and a half games behind the Blue Jays. I don't know what they sell, but they have to be sellers at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I was going back and forth when me and you were texting last night with teams we were picking one, and I wanted to pull the trigger on Baltimore because I thought they were going to be battling. I thought the Yankees would be number one. I don't know if disrespected, who was going to be number 2? I had either Boston, Baltimore, Tampa, but I thought they would have been up there. So the way they've been playing this year is easily has to be one of my biggest disappointing teams. Producer, put Jeff's question up there. I think he has another one.
Oh, sure. 2 L's.
Appreciate it. Fever money line, although the short number 1-2. Oof. I'll take this one. Let's face it, the Fever have been struggling, and it's all because I believe the sophomore slumps has just been crushing Caitlin Clark. I mean, we've seen it in football last year. Some quarterback in Houston, don't want to mention his names. I think he has a bounce back season this year, but we saw it with the Houston Texans quarterback. They have a really good team. They've won some big games without Caitlin Clark, but she's been slumping on this one. I wanted to pull the trigger at 1.5 on this one, but I'm going to have to – that's the way to go. I would say maybe live bet it just to see if they come out. They're at home. I would say maybe wait to see a live bet just to see maybe if they fall off, but I would say look for that. I didn't want to put my hard-earned a big unit stuff like that or whatever you want to call it on that just because on how the sophomore slump just crushing Caitlin Clark. But I would say be very cautious with that play. The number keeps on coming down. Opened up at 2, now it's 1. So I mean, if you're seeing 1 and it's a half hour or an hour and a half, we could see a pick'em. So if you get a pick 'em now, you're looking at a totally different way to approach that game if it goes to pick. But thanks for all that. Thanks for that question, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, coming in hot with the questions. Jeff, I like it. We appreciate that as always. What do we got next up?
We got what are the viewers going to watch? What should they expect on Monday's show, Lenny?
Well, we're going to break down the home run derby. That's for sure. We're going to pretty much that's all we really got. I mean, Monday's the weird day. Yeah, it's the weirdest day. I'm just saying, I know it's episode 2, but it's going to be a weird show. We're going to break down in-depth discussion of the home run derby. And that's what we got going on. I mean, let's be honest. Does anybody bet the All-Star game? I mean, I'm a degenerate, and I pride myself on that. The people's degenerate, if I say so myself. But I'm not betting the All-Star game, but I will have some pizza money, probably a pizza money parlay on some home run derby action. So that's Monday.
Yeah, we'll provide the viewers with the opening odds that I sent in already. So I wrote them down and all that. And then with the current odds of when we're going live on Monday show. So we could talk about that. And I can't wait for the breakdown. What's your favorite home run derby moment? That's going to be fun. But it is a perfect example of what this show is going to produce. There's going to be days where it's going to be hard to find topics. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to break down, top 10 restaurants, top 10 bands, overrated restaurants. We're going to top best place to watch a game in Vegas, worst place to eat a steak. And we're going to break down anything and everything. So we're going to probably do those type of shows maybe once a month where we're just throwing it all out there. And again, we want the chat to chime in on this. We want them to chime in on this so that we're going to have shows like that. Maybe we'll even throw one out on Monday because, again, it's just a home run derby.
Ketchup belong on a hot dog. I will fight somebody for that. Ketchup does not belong on a hot dog unless you're 12 or under. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting what the Monday show. And then, I mean, we have some time to spare. I was typing the names for the home run derby, and I'm like, who is this guy? I mean,
I know you sent them to me, and I was like, who? 2 of them. I was, what? Wait, how many? Who is he? Oakland Athletics got a player in the home run derby. How about that?
Does he know they're not playing in Sacramento because that little league ballpark he can't hit there? So
yeah, I mean, I wonder if he knows he's playing in a major league ballpark for the home run derby, not the Sacramento A's. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah,
I can tell. I'm telling you, this Oakland, Sacramento, whatever.
We have Robbie Hockey that's in the chat. He's they do a great show over on one of the shows that I work on and stuff like that. He's a really good hockey nut. So Robbie, thanks for chiming on and thanks for watching and stuff like that. You do great work over at Weekday Wagers. So thanks for following me over here. Great guy, stuff like that. So if you ever want some great hockey stuff, he does really good goalie intakes.
Looks like he's a Knights fan too with that picture.
I do believe so. I'm not 100%. I don't usually.
I think his thumbnail looks like he's got a Knights jersey on, but I'll go like this for him. I don't know how to do that.
Well, you know what? You know what time it is?
You can't ask me that because I'll go right into Beastie Boys mode. It's time to get ill. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not. I'm a old school kind of guy. So yeah, it's time to get ill.
Why don't you tee up the doctor order? What the doctor order?
So there it is. Wow. Doctor's orders. We're going to give this out every show. We're going to give out, not this play, but we're going to give out all play. Doctor's orders is a free pick per show between me and Raphael. We talk about this. This is the play we like today. Why don't you break that down for us?
Yeah, be very cautious when you're betting baseball. We'll break that down when we have some time after the show. Why be very cautious betting baseball right now? But our free play is the game. Calgary Stampeders are playing tonight against the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. We're going to take the team total under 24.5 on the Stampeders. They're on the road. They're playing the Rough Riders, who are perfect at home. I mean, their defense is only allowing 18 points per game at home. So I think the Rough Riders stay perfect. I think the Rough Riders defense will stop the run game of Calgary. So it's going to be very hard for the Stampeders to score. So that's our first doctor order free plays, the Calgary Stampeders team total under 24.5. So that should be fun. I can't wait to watch that game. It's gonna be a good game.
I'll tell you what, why would we not, when we kind of low-key joked about what our first play would be for this show, and I'm like, oh, we got to go like off the wall with some Russian table tennis or some KBO action or something like that. We got to whatever, and then we were like, oh, how about a CFL player prop? And I think I jokingly threw that out there, and then we this game came about, and then I was like, oh, well, I like this, and you were like, I like this too, and that's how we got there. But it was funny. We went from Russian table tennis to CFL team total prop. You're welcome, folks. You expect more of that on this show.
Well, I kind of wanted to go not baseball just because today's Friday. The All-Star break is Sunday. We see it in every sport. Some of these players are already planning their 2 to 3 day vacations already coming up. So be very cautious when you're betting baseball this weekend. That's why I didn't want to go baseball. There was a lot of games that I was probably like, ooh, I'm going to bet this game. But then I found out some of these players are probably going to take Saturday off, Sunday off, stuff like that. So I didn't want to put a baseball game, and I wanted to break that down, is to make sure you see lineups, make sure you see who's playing, who's not playing, because it's All-Star break on Sunday. Some of these games, people are thinking about, time with their families. You get 2-3 days off. So I really stressed that when I was thinking about what our first doctor order free play was. And I wanted to talk about that just because we've talked about it on Docs Daily. Me and you've talked about it off air and all that about betting baseball this time. And you agree, don't you?
Yes, I do. I from the public side of point of view, I laugh and joke about being a degenerate and all this, but from the public side, which I feel like I find myself on a lot, is just it's very enticing. I looked at the baseball card and I went, "Oh, I like this, and I went, and I had to kind of check myself and say, "Hey, it's remember that the All-Star game is Tuesday. We got the break coming up. I will be light volume going into the All-Star break, and I will be light volume coming out of the All-Star break as well. Probably till the trade deadline, which is what now, 20 days away. So, right? 20 days away?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, 20 days away. Look at Detroit Public School math, folks. It works. But yeah, light volume for baseball just in general because of the All-Star game. You don't know who's pitching other than tonight. The best pitcher that's ever graced the mound, Tarek Skubal. Here we go. I'm just saying. He's going to probably pitch the immaculate game, the best game ever. It's on Apple TV. Half of you won't be able to watch it because you don't have Apple.
Yeah.
So.
It drives me crazy when MLB does it on Fridays, but I agree. I'd be very cautious on that. Lenny, why don't you tell about what we can all give these people?
Yes. Don't forget, guys, new customers. Every new customer for DocSports, sign up DocSports.com/free60. There's a link in the description of the video. You can click on it. You can go right over to the website. It's real easy to find. New customers get a free $60 account. Easy peasy. You can use that on any premium play you want, any handicapper you want. It's same as cash, basically. Get 60 in your account. Use it any which way you want. That's for all new customers. So don't forget to check that out as well.
Yeah, and I always tell people how when I do my videos and stuff like that, it's $60. Baseball daily package is $30. So you can pick 2 cappers, 2 sports, 2 something. It's almost like Arby's 5 for 5 back in the old days and all that. Now it's 2 for 2. So I mean, it's the same thing. So I would highly
hungry. Can't talk about Arby's like that. I mean, and then 5 for 5 might have got me through my 18 to 22-year-old phase.
Yeah, so but it's a perfect thing to do, and hopefully we'll have different other promos for out through the whole season, especially during football season and stuff like that. Like with our emergency shows that we're going to be doing, it's going to be a fun football season, but it should be a great time to do some wagering. So why don't you tell the people what you're going to do this weekend, or are you just chilling?
Listen, I'm probably just gonna chill a little bit. My younger boys have started football practice up, so we got some stuff to do this weekend. Get pads. I mean, my youngest kid keeps growing, so I got to keep buying helmets to fit his big old head. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna chill out, watch some Tiger baseball, and get ready for Home Run Derby on Monday.
Should be.
That's the best. What else? I mean, probably eat a hot dog with no ketchup. You know, good luck unless you're against me, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much that's how you end all your shows. So say it again. I love when you say it. Say it again one more time.
Good luck unless you're against me. I said it one time, just real quick. I said it one time in a show, and it just stuck. And it's truly how I feel. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck on all of your bets, unless they're against mine. Other than that, good luck unless you're against me. How about you? What are you doing this weekend?
Work. I mean, you know me. I'm always doing. Odds.
I thought that was a given, but yeah,
it's a busy weekend. I mean, we have tonight, Friday night on Netflix, all female boxing card. So there's 4 fights. We have a great trilogy: Taylor versus Serrano. Their trilogy fight. I can't wait to watch that. We have. You know, I do wrestling odds. Yes, that's another topic for another day, but I do wrestling odds.
That's a whole show because you got to break that down for me. I got to know how I missed the opportunity to take the prop of Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant back in the day.
That was way before my days on doing odds, but I'll be doing a lot of work doing stuff for a lot of odds for different companies over the weekend. So, you know, it's always a fun time for me. But before I sign off, I want to say thanks for Jeff for bringing us great questions, Robbie Hockey for watching, and everyone else watching our first show of betting outside the box. It's been an honor to have Detroit Lenny next to me. It's been an honor to have our producer lady that's behind the scenes on there for helping me do this show and helping, hopefully, educating and entertaining the viewers every day that we do this Mondays and Fridays. So again, next show Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which Home Run Derby. So we'll be talking about some Home Run Derby. Maybe we'll have a fun topic as well. I got all weekend to decide if we're going to have a fun topic or not. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and everybody knows my tagline. Oh, I thought you were going to say
don't bet what you don't have. Oh, you wanted me to say it. First show, folks, live television.
Please don't bet what you don't have, because it's not fun.
Way more respectful. Please don't bet what you don't have. There you go.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe.